What if the reason why you're tired all the time is because you're living in survival mode, not softness? What if you don't need to do more, but you just need to be gentler with yourself? If you've been craving peace, this video is for you. So let's get right into the video. Lately, I've been craving just a little bit more softness in my life, not just in how it looks on the outside, but also how I feel on the inside. I'm used to being in go mode. I'm used to kind of doing something at all hours of the day. If I'm not doing it, I'm planning how I'm going to do it. And that over time is not good for your mental health. Like literally chasing productivity and trying to be busy all the time is why your nervous system is like, give me a break, until eventually you just hit a wall. I've really been on this journey to just feel connected to myself again because I work in digital, like I create videos, I do social media, all that. And it's fun and I love having those creative outlets. But when it becomes your whole world, you can feel really disconnected from life. I know, shocker, but sometimes like you don't realize you're even in that space or headed into that kind of space until you hit that wall. So I want to talk about 7 small shifts that have really helped me enter my soft girl era. And it's really just kind of made me feel so much more joyful about life and truly like happy. So I'm hoping that you see that happiness and that joy through me, because trust me, this week was a week, but it doesn't get me off path into knowing that you're just gonna have weeks like that. But the overall focus is to have more days like soft, kind, just gentle overall, so that you can feel really in alignment with yourself. I talk about this a lot, but tip number 1 is to romanticize your routines. Don't just get up and wash your face. Light a candle, do your skincare, put on some light jazz, put on some gospel music, put on something that truly like helps you emerge into the day. Sometimes I feel like we'll like put on something that's super like hardcore and we're just go, 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 go. Or sometimes we don't even do that. And our brain goes from being in a sedentary state, sleeping hopefully for 8 hours a day, and then just like getting up and completely jarring our brain with like, oh my gosh. So it's almost like you were constantly always on jump. The key to living a soft life, I have come to learn by YouTube girlies, by listening to my mom, like just watching other women around me, but also just figuring out what I like, taking pieces of that, is making the ordinary sacred. So romanticizing your routines will get you feeling like, okay, like I have to cook, but this is gonna be really cute. Like let's go on Pinterest, see how I can plate this differently. If you're doing like self-care, figure out what steps you wanna do it in. Skincare first, and then you draw yourself a bath and just make it cute. Throw some Epsom salt in the bath. Like do what you have to do to make sure that you feel like after all this is complete, every step by step I do, I'm going to feel satisfied with the way that I feel after. Tip number 2 is dress comfortably. I hear a lot of people talking about dress soft, but that looks different for everyone based on their body type, based on what kind of clothing they like, based on like what makes them feel good. So I don't necessarily agree with everything that's said about how a soft girl dresses, because as you can see, like oversized, cute, business casual, that's soft girl to me. But that's because I wear a lot of business style clothing just because that's what I'm drawn to. But switching it up, like throwing different pastels, different texture types, can really make or break your fit that makes you feel confident. When I was growing up, I used to wear a lot of tomboy style clothing. I just didn't really know how to come into my body and just feel really good about myself. And it never was a problem, but I never spent time on it either. So it's not like I dressed a certain way because I felt a way about me. I was just like, gym clothes are comfortable. But over time, you start getting older, you want a different look and you want to switch things up, and that's cool too. Your clothes should seriously feel like a warm hug from yourself. Like don't dress up for someone else, dress up because you're like, this makes me feel good. Some different ways to do that, like I said, are introducing pastels, basic tees. You can never go wrong with a basic tee, and a cute pair of jeans or a cute pair of pants. And then accessorize. That's something that I got out of in the last like year of my life. Like the fact that no rings are on my finger right now is, you know, accessories, cute little watches. I have a gold skinny watch that I wear sometimes with different fits. I'm going to introduce some other types of accessories that really complement my skin tone, and it just elevates a look to a way that clothes could never just do it for you. Tip number 3 is presenting your experiences. So that can be anything, but when I'm talking about the smallest of the small, when it comes down to making a cute beverage, maybe you're making yourself an iced matcha or baking some cute little brownies, find ways to make that fun and make that softer. I don't know a better way to say it, but truly, I bought little cookie cutter shaped hearts just because I want my brownies to look like that when I finish them. When I go get my matcha lemonade, I love going to a specific place place just simply because the cups are aesthetic. I like the vibe. It just does something to your energy. Like, you keep yourself into a constant flow state of, this is really nice, and I actually really enjoy the way that I feel when I'm here, when I have this, when I treat myself to this. And when you find little pieces and places that make you feel that way, you're gonna be 10 times so much more joyful, regardless if you have a bad day or a bad week. Like, you know what things you can implement into your life that give you that little boost of cheerfulness. And it won't feel like that all the time, but at least you have places where you know, this makes me feel really good. Tip number 4 is curate your space. Your room does not have to be Pinterest perfect. Your apartment, your place, your townhome, your house, it does not have to look like a Pinterest board. I promise you, don't listen to the girlies. I'm one of them, because there will be a video in the future that I talk about it, because that's what I like. But it doesn't mean that just because you don't have that, or you're working towards that, or you're a little bit younger and you can't get that yet, it does not mean you have to do it yet. Your space needs to feel like you though. So if it is half of the pictures on your Pinterest board, by all means, but don't create a version of yourself that you aren't. Like, if you are more earthy vibes, get some plants, fill it up with some greenery and earth tones and call it a day. If you're a little bit more of the pink soft girl life, get some dainty, nice, cute little trinkets that can go on your little vanity and make that you. Or if you're a little bit of both, or you're a more neutral kind of person, I feel like I'm more neutral. So like, I like the beiges, I like the cute pastel pinks, I like light colored caramel browns. Like, I like that kind of stuff. But it doesn't mean that just because I like it or your other favorite YouTubers like it, that you have to do it too. You get to cycle in and out what that looks like. In each season, it'll look different. Maybe you're a seasonal holiday kind of person, so you know every Christmas, I am definitely gonna have a white Christmas, a gold Christmas, a traditional Christmas. I didn't even know that there were different versions of it until I literally saw a reel of it, and I was like, ooh, which one am I? It's just fun finding out little pieces of you as life goes on, and they're gonna change. So just be open to knowing this is a part of me, but it could evolve over time, and that's also okay. Adding twinkle lights to your space, adding scented candles where you know, like, these 3 candles I'm gonna cycle throughout, that's awesome. That's your space, your scent. Anything that basically tells your nervous system you're safe here, do it. And you don't have to do it all at once. They can also come in pieces. Tip number 5 is to do slow hobbies. Slow hobbies are things that don't cause too much effort. So also low lift hobbies. So reading, walking, journaling, knitting, those are your slower hobbies where you're like, this makes me feel serene, like very at peace, and I can really hear myself think. I can really feel myself calming down and recentering. Anything that helps you recenter and refocus, implement into your days. It basically gives yourself permission to be, so it allows you to just know, I will have still moments in my life or mundane moments in my life, and it's not that I'm bored. I'm just simply being where my feet are, being super present in life, because I have a really big problem with being present in life sometimes, because the nature of my work can move really fast, and then it can move really slow. Then what I do on a personal account, like, that can be really fast or really overwhelming if I don't have constant things I feel like I'm churning out. But that's just not healthy over time. So don't create that for yourself either. Tip number 6, talk to yourself like someone you love. The shorter version of it, speak love, is tip number 6. You have to be really gentle with your inner voice. And this is something that I consistently have to tell myself, because I think there's 2 types of people. There's people who are affected by the world. So sometimes, like, what people say about you, like external things. If people say that outfit's ugly, that's gonna bother you. If you feel like, okay, like, I'm focused on this, you're focused on the wrong things, externally basically. And then there's the other version that's internally facing. So like, they know if someone says that outfit's ugly, that's great, that's your opinion, whatever. But you are gonna feel like if you say that about you, it's like, it's over. Like, you know, that's the ugliest thing ever, even if it's not. Basically, find ways to replace things that you would say jokingly about yourself with a little bit of truth to it. Let's be real. So when you say, I'm so lazy, replace that with, I'm learning to rest. And tell yourself positive things that you're either learning or earning. Because if you speak in an abundance mindset, you can only get that back. If you focus on everything negative, all the lack mindsets, it is going to take you so much longer to get wherever you're trying to go, because you're always thinking in without, not thinking. Even if you don't have it yet, you're working towards it. So replace that language to yourself, block out what people say, and honestly, focus on God. God is the one that tells you how you are. He reminds you. I'm someone who's never been shy about my faith. Me and Jesus Christ, we go like this. That is my Lord and Savior. And I just have seen my life without him, and it's not fun. It's dreary. Literally nothing is fun about life. It's negative. Any small thing that happens to me, it like truly blows me up. I don't subscribe to that life. I haven't for a long time. And there are going to be weeks that it feels like it's familiar, but because you're new in Christ, It's just so different. I'm gonna do a whole separate video talking about this in the future, but I just wanna really emphasize with this platform that he's given me, how different my life is with him. And some days it is easier to say that than others. I'm not saying just because I choose to follow Jesus Christ that my life is so like sunshine and rainbows, because it's not. There are some days that it truly sucks. But all in all, it helps me remember that someone has gone through this before. I get to read about it, dissect it, figure out how it applies to my life, feel the moment, not just discard it because it's in the Bible, like feel it because we're humans. It just reminds me that everything is temporary, and that's good and bad. Great moments we love, we won't always have that. So it's important to enjoy it while it's here. Bad moments we have, we won't always have that. Thank God every single day is 24 hours. So it just changes your perspective. And then the final tip number 7, be the soft version of yourself. I think we try to focus and fixate too much on Pinterest boards and how people who are already soft that we see as soft in our lives around us as the example. And so we need to copy them. We don't. Soft girl isn't just a look, it is a feeling. And the great news is that you get to define it. So someone else's soft girl where it's all pink and it is just kind of the cutesy, cute little ribbons and bows. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't own a ribbon. I don't plan to ever in my life. But the cute little baggy, casual business attire with a cute little curly moment, like that is soft girl life to me. So whatever that is, whatever definition that is for you, define it. And know that you're gonna keep evolving it over time as you grow older and experience different seasons in your life. So if you stayed until this long in the video, leave this emoji because I want to know that you're entering your soft girl era or that you're finding out what that looks like for you. You deserve the soft kind of life that you want to live. And it doesn't mean that it's going to look like sunshines and rainbows all the time, but it means that you're going to create things that help you and remind you in that space. You deserve life that does not burn you out. And so in order to do that, you need to know where to start. And so hopefully this can be a really good starting point for you because it can be really hard when you don't know where to go and where to start. So I'm hoping that as I implement more videos like this in the future, you start feeling a little bit more of a sense of belonging in the new season that you were starting to come into. But at the end of the day, if you take nothing else from this video, pray about it. You, and even myself sometimes, will underestimate the power of prayer. When I tell you, this might be TMI, and I know I'm about to finish out this video, but when I tell you I have a meeting to make at 9:30 and it's 9:15 and my grits and that fiber has moved through me, I will pray, God, please let me make it to my meeting. It doesn't mean that he's just a genie that answers these wishes, but it just means you can call on him for literally anything, as big, as small, as silly, as serious. He is there for you. And I will continue to talk about how God has truly transformed my life because I gave my life to him actually a few weeks ago. At the moment, I wasn't really sure how things were feeling. It just felt like a thing that happened. But as I continue this journey and this walk, even though I previously have given my life to him before, this time it felt different. I felt like this was the time to do it. I'm just hoping to give somebody some kind of hope. If you were looking for a sign, hoping to hear something in this video that really spoke to a season that you're in, just know he is with you. He is listening. There are going to be little things around you that truly make you realize, wow, I'm not alone. I'll see y'all on the next episode of Party One Podcast. Peace.